Hello, guys. Welcome back to another exciting episode on the show, Control or Be Controlled, a podcast designed to help you start thinking differently and take control of your life. And I remain your host, Darlington. Today's guest is Joy Yafit Pascal, a transformational speaker, design thinking coach, women's empowerment facilitator, and dance improvisation instructor. Our guest today helps people stop living on autopilot and start creating lives that they truly love. After building a successful international career in marketing and innovation, she realized that external success doesn't always lead to inner fulfillment. A life changing experience inspired her to redesign her own life and dedicate her work to helping others find purpose, courage, and joy. Once again, Joy, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Darlington. I'm happy to be here. Thanks for the invite.
Okay, and I hope you enjoyed that introduction.
Yes, I love it. It's all true. It's all true.
Okay,
And the
so
journey didn't finish, right? So I'm in a constant journey.
definitely. So, I have some questions here for you, and I would like us to get into them. First of all,
Sure,
I
let's
see that you are a student of the Tony Robbins Mastery University and Leadership Mastery, right?
correct.
I've had a lot of guests who have been in that Tony Robbins, and I think I should be there. So, is this still on? Can I still be a part of it?
This is it was a big contribution and accelerator to my life journey because the seminars of Tony Robbins is really opening your eyes in so many ways. Of course, also in the direction of your podcast is about taking control of our life, because most of the time we all kind of living a life that we are kind of drifted into, or kind of life that we are compromising with the situation, or maybe we are victim for different circumstances that happen to us. But really taking control of our life and designing the life as we want them and love them, it's actually one of the topics that Tony Robbins is talking about in his seminars. And the leadership mastery is, of course, also providing some tools on how to take control and how to manage your state, how to manage your wishes, how to make the first steps. And a lot of his work inspire me to what I do right now with people. So it's definitely a place to be. I highly recommend.
Okay, Joy, thank you so much. So, you often say that life is short. Why do so many people know that intellectually they know that life is short, but they still spend their years living on autopilot?
So I think that what prevents people from really living the life that they really wish for is one of the three buckets that I call them. So either they have fear to change something, fear from the unknown, fear from failure, fear from success. So there are different fears that people are having, and either there are doubts, like self-doubts, and doubts about what they are able to do or not able to do, or limiting beliefs. So fears, doubts, or limiting belief. And the limiting beliefs are all kinds of beliefs that we started to believe because different life situation, or because something that we were taught to in our family or in our school or society. And these beliefs are, we convinced ourselves that they are true, but they are actually limiting us from doing something. For example, for me, for years, I was thinking, like, I love dancing, and I was thinking that dancing, you need to have a certain body in order to dance, and you need to have started it when you are very early age. And I didn't had not that and not that. So I didn't start as a child, and also I didn't consider my body as a body of a dancer, but it was only limiting belief. And then all the time I was thinking, When I will lose weight, then I can be a dancer. When I will have more, I will be more fit and more masculine, then I can be a dancer. And when I learned about improvisation dance, which is actually dancing for everybody, you don't have to be a professional dance to dance, and it opened for me like a door to a world of possibilities. And for years, I was going with this limiting belief in my head. And I think we all have them, this kind of limiting beliefs that we are saying things that we are sure they are correct. We are saying that for a job, they will accept us only if we are young enough, or only if we have a certain skill, or we say if you are a single woman, then maybe you say all the good guys are taken, right? We do all kind of this generalization, or we say life is hard, or something like that. And these are beliefs that we convinced ourselves so badly that they are true, and this keep us staying in this autopilot that you described. So it keeps us staying in a place where we don't move, and we continue to live some kind of a life we drifted into, but maybe never stop to ask ourselves, is this the life I want? Is this really the life I wish for myself?
Okay, Joy. So you believe we can't always choose our circumstances, but we can choose who we become within them. So how can someone begin making that shift today?
I will start with a story. So, a few years back when I was studying, I caught myself in the middle of a semester break with a terrible, frightening thought that I said, that's it. That's all what life has to offer. So I finish my degree, I find a good job, I get married, I have kids, and then what? And that thought really scared me because it felt like somebody has already scripted the next 20 years of my life. And it's not that it was like a bad life, but it was a life that I was not sure this is what I choose for myself. And that led me to an adventure. I bought a ticket and I went for an adventure. And something happened in this adventure, and I was caught I was falling from a rubber boat into a river, one of the most wild rivers in Nepal. And I was finding myself in the water, and I'm trying to go up, 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 back to the surface of the water, and I can't. And the water is crashing me down and not letting me go up, and the stream of the water and the current is kind of pulling me away for kilometer and kilometers, and I'm trying to search with my hands to grab something like a tree, a rock, a stone, something, but nothing. I cannot hold to anything, and I'm swallowing more and more water. And at that moment, I'm not sure I will get out of this river alive at all. And then at one point, something caught my jacket, and I was kind of smashed into a corner, trapped between some tree branches, and I couldn't move. And I don't know how much time passed. The next thing I remember is that I hear a voice calling me, "Hey girl, look me in the eyes." And I'm trying a little bit with the little power that I have to lift my head up. And there were like three men in a saving boat, and they were shouting at me, "We are going to take you out of the water and you have to help us. We are counting to three." And they counted one, two, three. With every little bits of piece of strength that I have left, I managed to lift one leg. And one of them grabbed this leg and rolled me into the saving boat. And when we parked at that evening, I thought I lost it. Like I was screaming, "Take me out. I want to go home. Bring a helicopter. I don't care. I don't continue." And I had 2 more days to survive on that river until we get to where we needed to go in the end of this journey. And the guide was just looking at me and he was saying, "We're in the middle of the jungle. There is no helicopter. There is no road. Tomorrow morning we continue. And I remember that I was barely taking any sleep at that night. I keep on asking myself a question: how do I survive tomorrow? And then I remember something that one of the guides were telling us, that if we row the boat all together at the same speed, at the same time, then we have a chance to survive these rapids and not to fall back again. And then the next morning, I nominated myself to be the rhythm commander. So nobody, I didn't ask anybody, nobody voted for me. I just decided for myself that I will be the rhythm commander in order to survive these 2 days, 2 more days in the river. And then every time we arrived to a rapid, I was kind of rolling and one and two and one and two. And I was all the time doing that for the next 2 days. And something really interesting happened, because the rapids didn't become slower or the river didn't change, but I did. And I think many of us finding ourselves at one point in our life, at some point in some kind of a river we didn't choose. It can be a divorce or a diagnosis or losing a job or grief or burnout or breakup. So nobody really buy ticket to these rivers. We don't really choose them. And then in those moments, I think the most important question is, what do you ask yourself? Do you ask yourself, why am I here? Why is it happening to me? I don't need that. I'm so miserable. Or do you ask the question, what do I do now? Like I asked at that river, what do I do now? How do I deal with it? What is here to teach me? And I think the first thing that really help people is to ask the right question. Because if we ask this, what I call them, these victim questions, it doesn't bring us forward. It's just keep on stucking us in the same place. But if we change the way we ask the question and we start to ask ourselves a really important questions, like what do I do now? This is really something that leads us forward. And I found something very profound throughout all my life adventures and situation I had to deal with, is that at that river I got a ticket to life, and I couldn't change the river, but I could change how I navigate it and how I deal with this river. And I found out something even more profound, is that the quality of our life is shaped by the quality of the questions we are willing to ask ourselves. So if you ask me, one tip I would give to the listeners is, what are the questions you are asking yourself? Are you asking yourself kind of victim questions, or do you try to learn from the challenges, to learn from the situation and navigate your life to a place that you will grow from any situation that comes in your way? So that's my story. A long answer maybe, but I think it's one of the key messages here.
Okay, thank you so much, Aja. So you combine coaching with dance improvisation. What can movement teach us about ourselves that conversation often alone cannot?
Yeah, movement is so critical. So whenever we are in a bad mood or we wake up with a bad feeling in the morning, once we start to move our body and do something that is moving our physiology, taking ourselves to a walk outside or to a run, going for a swim, putting music and dancing, going to the kitchen and cooking something, whatever we do, something with our body, with our physiology, it can really convert our state. It can really convert the way we are thinking. And it can actually change our mood for the day. It can actually make maybe a bad feeling that we woke up with kind of dissolve and disappear slowly by slowly just by moving our body. And for me, dance is doing that. So whenever I want to shift my mood because I wake up not so nice and I don't want to carry this mood for the rest of the day, I put music and I dance. So when we are doing these transformation sessions, maybe with people, the moving of the body is a key to shift a little bit your state and to shift your mind. And when you are in your body, it's like for me, it's like a meditation. It's like nothing else exists in the moment that I'm doing the movement. It's really enable to be here and now and to put for a few minutes everything that is bothering us aside. And the movement is enabling this connection to your body, enabling to just one for this time of the movement, for this minute or this 1 hour, or depends how much you have, you really is in kind of a meditation state. You are in that moment. What is existing is only what is happening at that room at that moment, and it enable you to really concentrate on yourself, concentrate on your body, feel what's going on inside of you, feel what your body wants, feel what your heart wants. So for me, dancing and movement in general is really a tool. It's really a tool to connect to our body and to connect to our soul.
Hey, thank you so much. Personally, for me, early in the morning, I like to take a run. I think it
Yeah.
helps me mentally, makes me better prepared for the day.
Yes.
So,
Very good. It's lovely to
there are
run.
many,
It's really moving all the energy around.
but most times I feel tired after running, though, and then I have to rest.
Well, of course, you should do whatever you need, of course, afterwards, but have a look. Why are you tired? So, are you pushing too much or you didn't get enough sleep? So, being tired is not necessarily connected directly to the run. So, I would question that.
Yeah, I think most of the times I didn't get enough sleep, probably.
Yeah. Actually, sleep, it's so critical for if we are talking about control and control our life or taking responsibility of our life. People tend to think that they need to eat well and they need to move. And by that, they are doing the best care of themselves that is possible. And they kind of neglect the sleep part. And the sleep is so critical. There are so many researches and studies done about the importance of sleep, and you know that for a grown-up person, there is an American Sleep Academy. They recommend for people grown-up people to sleep between 7 to 9 hours a day. 7 to 9 hours. Who of us is really sleeping 7 to 9 hours every night? And when you don't sleep enough, this has so tremendous influence on your physical body and on your mental health as well. So don't underestimate sleep. Sleep is a really, really important factor in taking care of ourselves.
Okay, so many listeners may feel trapped by responsibilities, career, or expectations. Tell us one practical step they can take today to start moving towards the life that they truly want.
I love this question because you're so true. Many of us are there, and I was there as well so many times in our life. And we are kind of living our life in some kind of a life that we created to ourselves, not sure if we chose it or not chose it, or maybe we kind of roll into it. And I think people never stop to ask themselves this question: is this the life that I want? Is it really good for me? Is it what I want? And this is such an important question because only when you ask these questions, you can start to think, if not that, then what else should be there? Then what is it, this thing that I will have in my life and make me wake up in the morning with a smile on myself, on my face, and make me want to anticipate for the day and be happy about what is upcoming. So we are not stopping to ask ourselves, what is it that we want? What is it that will make us happy? And like when you want to go to some place and then you put the address in the Google Maps or in any kind of a navigation system so that the navigation system will know where to take you. It's the same with our brain. We need to put there an address, a destination, something that we want in order that the brain will start to help us to navigate into that direction. So I think that most of us people don't stop to ask ourselves, what do we want? What will be there? What needs to be there that we will feel happy and fulfilled? And if we don't know where we want to go, then we cannot go there. Our mind doesn't know how to navigate us into that direction. But once we have a direction where we want to go, that is a starting point. Then we can discuss about why we want it, and only later we can discuss about how we are going to reach it. But first, we need to know what we want. We need to know what we are aiming for. You know what I mean?
Okay, so Joy, if listeners remember just one message from our conversation today, what would you hope it is?
Um, I would say that all of us, when the day we were born, we got a free ticket to life. A free ticket. It didn't cost us anything. We didn't pay for it. We just got it as a gift. And the question is, what do we do with this gift? Do we really live the life that we want? And if I can send a message here to the listeners, is that ask yourself the questions, the right questions. Are you living the life that you want? And if not, what needs to be there and change? Because you got this free ticket to life, and we don't know how long it's valid. We don't know when it expire. We just know that one day it will. So if you are waiting until you are ready for something, or if you are ready until you are fearless, or if you are ready until somebody will give you a permission that you can do something, then don't, because nobody will give you permission but yourself. You will be the only one that will give yourself a permission to do something. So don't wait for certainty. Don't wait until you are fearless. Don't wait until somebody will tell you you are ready. Just ask yourself better question and listen carefully to the answers. And then buy this ticket, use this ticket to life, and do and start to act in the direction of whatever will bring you pleasure in this life.
Okay, Joy. So if listeners want to connect with you and learn more about what you do, how can they do that?
With very pleasure. I have social media communities in Facebook and in Instagram. The name is Joy Yafit by my name, A Ticket to Life. This is my community, and in this community, I'm sharing all kinds of stories from my life and some insights and pearls of wisdom and some tips and some quality questions people can ask themselves in order to create the life they really want. So you are very welcome to join me on the Facebook group or in the Instagram, Joy of Fit, Ticket to Life. And there you can also write me private messages if you want to discuss with me a private situation or you want to advice or whatever it is. So you can also get in touch with me privately through the messenger. With pleasure.
Okay, Joy, thank you so much. Thank you to all my listeners as well. You guys are the reason why we are able to do this. And make sure to check out her work and check out our website as well and connect with her. I love you all so much, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you, Joy, for coming to my show.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.